Hey guys, thanks for stopping by today. You can call me Red. Welcome to my channel. Hey guys, today we're going to be talking about cover. These are things that will protect you from your environment, keeping you dry and out of the weather. The first set is pretty easy. It's the sleep system stuff. We'll go into that later. Improvisation, plastic wrap, trash bags. You want to make sure they're really thick. Those black bags on the left are 6 mil, so that's important. Your space blankets or emergency blankets, reflective on one side. You've got the tiny little mylar types that are great for your EDC or your small emergency kits. They're super thin, usually one use only. Of course, your poncho, that includes umbrellas. And of course, you've got tarps. I prefer the green one, the camouflage. It's dark and nice for stealth camping. The blue one's also fine. It doesn't roll up as tightly, but it will do. It keeps the weather off of you. Anything that protects you from your environment is technically cover. A tarp, probably the simplest one that everybody knows of. You just throw a tarp up between a couple trees and you've got something to be under, protected from the rain. It can also protect you from the sun. If you've got one of these tarps with a reflective side, you turn the bright side up and it reflects the sun's light away. The shadow underneath will be cooler. If you turn the reflective side down, it will trap the heat underneath. So you've got your tarps. Those are simple, they're fantastic, and what goes better with a tarp than your hammocks? Again, the same 2 trees that you put your tarp up on, raise it up about a foot, 2 feet, throw up your hammock. Now you can take a nap. You've got a nice cool spot. There's distance between you and the ground, so convection isn't pulling your body heat out in the middle of the night, but you can also wrap your sleeping bag up and maybe have one of these little emergency blankets inside. These tiny little mylars, they're super thin. They're great for an EDC. You can toss this inside of your sleeping bag and it will keep you nice and warm. Speaking of sleeping bags, you've got the thin stuff for a nice summer or springtime camp. Honestly, if I'm camping out in the summertime, I'm not going to bring a sleeping bag. I'll throw my hammock up, put my Dynafly up or my tarp, and maybe an underquilt or a mosquito net just to keep the bugs off me because they will come right through that hammock. But I'm not even going to bring a sleeping bag in the south here for the summertime. It's almost too miserably hot at night to sleep. But you've got your sleeping bags. Some of them are rated for sub-zero temperatures. Others are not. Pay close attention to the numbers. And if it's really, really tiny, chances are it probably doesn't protect you as much as some of the bigger, fluffier ones. But what they're made of also matters. There's some ultralight sleeping bags out there that are fantastic for sub-zero temperatures. They're just going to cost you. All right, you've got the full emergency blanket. Now this thing isn't like this. Okay, this is just your thin wrap, single-use mylar emergency blanket. This will save your life in an emergency from, going hypothermic. You can bundle, you can wrap this around you. It's extremely loud, and it'll save your life. It can help you save your own life. It's not going to do it for you. This bad boy. This was a gift, as well as this and a few other things here. As you can see, it's got the reflective side. Wah, wah. But it's also got the high-vis orange on the other side. This thing is huge. That's half. If there's sub-zero temperatures, you just wrap up like this with the reflective side toward you. This will reflect your body heat back at you. The high vis on the outside will make you visible, easier to be found, and you can just wrap yourself up. You can shiver underneath there for like 30 minutes, and then it's going to be really, really hot inside because it will reflect your body heat. It's not a super thick material, but it is very, very durable. Get yourself, I'll fold that up later, get yourself a real emergency blanket. Like I said, these are fine, but there's some skill involved in knowing how to use this. You can't just lay it down and lay on it. You have to know how to wrap yourself up, but you're going to rip this, it's going to tear. It's a single-use thing. That you can take on every trip, keep it in your car, stuff like that. All right, we've gone through the hammocks, we've gone through the tarps, we've got the sleeping bags, we've got the cheap Mylar, we've got the expensive emergency blanket. Now let's talk about improv. Excuse me. Improv. Plastic drop cloth. You can buy this at any hardware store or paint store. It's a super thin, super lightweight, almost nothing, and you can toss this on the ground to keep the water from getting up to you. You can put it over a stick to keep yourself dry. You take one corner of it, put a rock in there, tie a rope around the other side where the rock is in the plastic, and that you can tie up to a tree. You know, plastic's fantastic. I know plastic is killing our world. I get it, but when it comes to being waterproof, I mean, you either take a wool blanket and treat it with wax, or get some plastic. They've got much thickier. They've got super thick drop cloth as well. This is another plastic drop cloth. This little cheap one is 0.7 mil. 0.7 mil. That mil is the measurement of thickness. It's not millimeter, but it's the mils is the thickness of the plastic. This one is 2 mil. Over twice as thick. It will last longer, and it will protect you a little more. Then you've got my favorite, the 55-gallon drum liners. These are heavy-duty industrial trash bags. That's all they are. But they are 6 mil. Blows both of these away. Now this is a single black drum liner. You really won't get much shelter out of this, but in an emergency situation, you've got one of these trash bags. It's a container. You can put water in it. You can protect your gear. You can throw it over your entire body. Just leave yourself some ventilation. You can cut a circular piece out of the front of it and wrap it over your head. You can make a poncho out of this. Drumliners are one of those versatile improv tools for survivalists. I would suggest carrying a heavy-duty industrial contractor's drumliner bag in every one of your go bags or bug-out gear. Always have a trash bag. It's like always have your towel, always have your trash bag. A lot of people forget there's one type of cover that you have literally been looking at this entire time. Gingers know what they are. Gingers swear by them. But most others don't. I'm going to open up this bag as if it were inside this bag, but it's not. It's right here, guys. Cover. Protects you from the sun. Keeps the rain out of your eyes. Yeah, the hat. This isn't a waterproof hat. It's going to get soaked and it's going to drip, but it will keep the water from getting into my face. And it's a little, maybe it's a little comfort thing, but I don't like water splashed in my face. Maybe that's just me. Inside here are my frog togs. I think that's the name of them. Yay, frog tog! Another gift from my best survival buddy in the world. Frog Tog makes some good products. Rain gear. I've got pants. There's a jacket. There's a hat in here. I've got a green raincoat from them. Don't forget about your clothing, guys. Having something cover you is technically cover. It's not just your tarp. It's not just a full tent. It can be your car. Your vehicle is cover. Okay, the canopy of the forest is cover. A rock ledge that you get up underneath, that is cover. So keep your mind and your eyes open. Be creative. Use your imagination. When it comes to being creative in a survival situation, it could be the difference between life or death. or a struggle and comfort, as we call it, sort of thriving. So, hey guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like it. Maybe subscribe to catch more of my content later. Until next time, you can call me Red. Thanks for bearing with me.